No, we can do that. I'm thinking about it. So. We need a time clock and.
Time's up. Yeah. Well, we have an attorney doing that for us.
Yes, okay.
Put an automatic timer on the mic and mute.
Oh, yeah.
That's how they handle your brother Trump.
All right, Mayor and Commissioners.
All right,
mics are
let's do
live.
it. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and call this special meeting to order as it relates to CRA. Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Almasan,
Here.
Collins, Marine, Reese,
Here.
Wilson.
Yeah, we're gonna ask Commissioner, Doctor, Pastor, all those titles above to lead us in the invocation, followed by the Pledge of Allegiance, which we're gonna ask Mr. Commissioner Amazon. Invocation, please.
Father God, we are truly thankful to you, Lord, for this day that you've made. We thank you for your grace, mercy that you show to us each and every day. As we gather here in this commission meeting, Lord, we pray your spirit be here among us to guide us in everything that we say and do. Let everything we do bring glory and honor to you, but most of all, let it benefit our community. We thank you for our city staff and our city manager and deputy manager and clerk and all those, dear God, who serve this city. And as we come, dear Lord, we depend on you, understanding that without you, we can do nothing, and with you, we can do all things. So bless this time we will spend together, we ask in your name. And all those who love the Lord said, amen.
Please join me in the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, thank you so much, commissioners, staff. Thank you, Mr. Manager. All right, can we get the approval of the agenda, please?
So moved.
Second.
We have a motion by Commissioner Reese to approve the agenda. It's been seconded by Vice Mayor Amazon. Call the roll, please.
Almasan,
Aye.
Reese,
Aye.
Wilson.
Aye. All right, Mr. Manager, I assume your deputy manager's taking the lead on this?
Yes, sir.
Oh, thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, sir. Do you need to read it?
You want me to
Do you
start?
need to read in? Yeah.
Okay, we'll read in for the record. Item 1, I do apologize, this is not a resolution, this is an item for approval. So we just scratch out resolution. It's granting approval to issue a purchase order and enter into an addendum for the piggyback purchase of demolition services from the BG Group LLC through its contract with the School Board of Broward County, waiving purchasing procedures for purchase of additional demolition services, granting authority for the mayor to execute said agreement. Addendum.
Okay, Mr. Chair. So this one, basically the board is approving the expenditure, and we have a companion item that will be on the commission agenda where you will give full approval for us to do the piggyback. But since we are using CRA funds for this project, it does need to be approved by the board. So we have 3 properties that are ready for demolition. They are 201 Northwest 4th Street, 217 Northwest 15th Street, and 225 Northwest 5th Street. The owners of these properties have been properly notified in accordance with the city code. None of the owners responded within the allowable time frame to request a hearing. In addition to being unsightly, each building is hazardous and poses an immediate danger to residents. Demolishing these unsafe structures does comply with the CRA's mission to eliminate slum and blight conditions. And so what we are asking for is approval for the CRA to go ahead and move forward with demolishing these 3 structures.
So what happens to the property? It's still be under the owner's ownership? Will they still own the property?
We will put a lien on the property. And so they will have a lien on the property for the cost of the demolition.
Okay.
If we do have the option that we could foreclose, take the foreclosure process to try to get the property, or if the owner sells it, then they'll have to pay us for the demolition.
Are these the ones that, Northwest Fifth, the ones that got burnt, had the damage with the fire?
Yes, two of them, and there are pictures in your packet. Two of them, 217 and 225, both have extensive fire damage. And then the 201 is damaged as well and has a lot of overgrown grass. But if you look in your packet, you will see pictures of all three.
I'm in support of it. I guess someone just purchased those properties, did they not?
They put them on the market.
Okay, but.
So far
nobody-
as I could tell, I saw last week that they were still on the
on
market.
oh, okay, okay, okay.
But we will.
My understanding is one did sell and the other one did not. But how are we gonna get reimbursed on these? You say we just put a lien on the property and look for them to,
Yes.
yeah, yes.
Hey,
Once when the city puts a lien on them, then wherever they go to sell or whatever, then we get our money back, but we get our money first.
mhm.
Whoever's gonna purchase them.
Okay, so if it is less than our lien, then how do we collect the rest of it?
We may have to eat some, but the thing of it is, you, the commission, want us to get rid of these
Yeah.
dirty buildings, and we're doing the very best we can in the most cost-effective way that we can.
Okay.
Again, I know that this particular property owner is waiting for us to demolish the building for him because he didn't want to do it himself. So I just,
Has the attorney reviewed this?
Absolutely. We've had an extensive review by attorney. However, it was Ben. Jim, I'm not sure if you've had a chance to review this or not.
Any comment?
Not specifically. I want to address this question. You are correct. If the sale price is less than the amount of the lien, then the full amount would not be satisfied. But whether they sell it in 1 year or 5 years or 10 years, that lien would remain and would have first position to be paid off. So the title company wouldn't pay out anyone else because that lien would remain on the property. So whenever they go to sell it,
The city comes first.
the city comes first, yes.
And I guess what my colleague said, Mr. Manager, and I think we're all on the same page, you guys are doing your part to make sure we try to clean up the city, but we don't want the property owners to understand that we're gonna be demolishing on their behalf so they can benefit at the end. Yes. Okay. But I thought someone had just purchased that property, but you're saying that's not
Which one? Which one, sir?
on Fifth Street.
well, my understanding that they purchased one of them, but not both of them. Again,
Well, the process is, once you guys approve, before we move forward with demolishing, the attorneys will go back and
Okay,
do another
okay, well, that-
check and make sure, yeah.
It would be all, yeah.
Yeah, that's part of the checks and balances, but we would go back and check.
So you need a motion on this right now?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. And that's on number 1, right?
yeah, well, we definitely want to get rid of it, but again, we need to make sure we have something in place where the property owner becomes responsible for the cost of the demolition. Some way or another, he becomes responsible. And even if he sells it for less than the demolition, we still have to have some way of getting to him to get the remainder, I believe. That's my only concern.
Can I ask the question? Your concern is you want to make sure that, let's say the demolition costs $75,000 and the property sells for $50,000, and we get the full 50, you want to ensure there's a mechanism for collection of the other 25?
Yes.
That lien would still be on there for 25,000, so.
Yes, the lien will stay. And just for the point of reference, these properties, 201, the cost of demolishing it is 5,600. 217, the cost is 6,200, and 225, the cost is 9,700.
Yeah, I saw the cost. Yeah,
yeah.
I reckon, I saw the cost. It's just that, this particular owner is waiting for us to demolish buildings for him. And I know that for a fact. Yeah, and so if we're gonna do it, we need to make sure we get our money back somewhere or another.
The lien will stay with the property.
Lien will, and so if it's
So-
approved, let's say he builds a house, let's say this is correct, he builds a house, and then goes to sell that house in 2 years for $80,000, the lien would be satisfied at that time, whenever the property sells. And if it sells at an improved rate, it definitely would be satisfied.
Yeah, but I'm looking at the purchaser. So once it changes ownership,
The lien runs
The
with the
liens-
property, so the lien remains on the land, remains on that property regardless of the owner.
now it goes to the person, now it goes to the purchaser, is what you're saying.
Correct.
Yes,
Need to do their due diligence and find out how many liens out there.
correct.
Yeah.
So say, for example, they did like a quitclaim deed, one person to another, and didn't have a title company. The lien would remain on the property. If they went to get a mortgage and went to a title company, the title policy would they contact us and we inform them of all the liens and the other public agencies too. So they would be made aware. But at some point when it gets sold for value and there is title policy or title insurance, that is when the lien will be satisfied.
Would be the first.
Correct.
All right, let the record reflect on Commissioner Collins here with us. All right, so they're looking for a motion for number one, y'all?
So move.
I have a question. on
Okay,
item
I'm
one.
sorry, go ahead, Vice Mayor.
On Gove Elementary, I seen the picture, this is just on the things that were in that red box. The school itself, is still not being demolished.
No, this is not the piggyback, this is not the Gove.
Oh,
No,
This
this
is
Gove,
that Field Street, yeah. There.
Gove will be on the commission agenda.
okay.
All right, so,
Or we're just using the same
The
vendor?
same, yes, we're using the same piggyback.
Okay.
Yes.
okay, so hold on. So this number one is reflecting to, use the same piggyback. I guess.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
All right, is there a motion?
So move.
Motion by Commissioner Reese, second
Second.
by Vice Mayor Amazon. All right, any audience comment?
No, sir.
Commissioner comments? All right, call the roll.
Amazon,
Aye.
Collins. Aye. Reese.
Aye.
Wilson.
Aye.
All right, moving down to item 2, a resolution approving professional services agreement between the city of the Belle Glade Community Redevelopment Agency and Business Flair Inc. for the economic development services.
Mr. Chair, the staff is requesting approval of a professional services agreement between Belle Glade Community Redevelopment Agency and Business Flair Inc. for economic development services. Business Flair specializes in economic, fiscal, and real estate analysis. The CRA agreement with the organization provides for realistic planning and implementation of economic development, redevelopment, and revitalization strategies for the CRA area. The organization previously created an economic dashboard specific to Belle Glade through its Street Economics by Business Flair software. The scope of work for this contract includes quarterly updates to that economic dashboard, updates to the economic overview report, and economic development placement, GIS-based mapping, 3D massing diagrams, and identification and pursuit of resources and opportunities for development within the area. The CRA has partnered with the Transportation Planning Agency, the TPA, and Palm Beach County Department of Housing and Economic Development, PBC-DHED, to develop a plan for improving Avenue A, as well as an area-wide revitalization plan, for the CRA. Planning has begun with these two agencies, and economic data that will be created by Business Flair is needed for this analysis and final recommendations. Due to the urgency with the need for the data to fulfill the needs for the TPA and the PBC, we are asking that you approve this agreement, waiving the competitive selection process. It qualifies due to the time constraints that are related to these planning deadlines. The agreement is for 1 year with an option to renew, with 1 year, one option to renew, not to exceed $27,000 each year. The fee for the street economics quarterly updates is $1,000 per quarter. All additional services will be billed based on services rendered at a rate of $150 per hour.
There's no way around this, commissioners, and I would tell you, the city manager has been out with the deputy manager, and, the TPA, which you guys have allowed me to be on that board. In order to make things happen, we gotta have some type of, professional service agreement to help navigate our, needs. There's a lot of work gotta be done. I think Ms. Boulay Washington, when she first took over 2 years ago, really highlighted some of those areas. And now that Ms. Driver's driving the force on this, through the city managers, commissioners, this is really, really important that we get this agreement in, so we can have, the consultant doing some of the work, lead work for us as we pursue other opportunities for funding mechanism. So with that, any other comments?
Now, we're just talking about the downtown area of Avenue A or all of Avenue A?
Well, the focus right now is Avenue A from Main Street to 4th Street. But this work, that's what TPA is focused on. Then we have the PBC, their agreement is for the area surrounding Avenue A and then most of the entire CRA area. So that's why we have the 2 different partnerships with those 2 different entities so that we can kind of capture all of the CRA. And I'm going to give a little bit of a brief report at the end of the agenda to tell you a little bit more about what the TPA and the PBC, what they're doing.
Okay.
All right, any other comments? If not, is there a motion?
So moved.
Motion by, this time I go to you, motion by Vice Mayor Amazon, is there a second?
Second.
Second by Commissioner Collins, you beat him out this time, okay. Any audience comment? If
No,
not,
sir.
call the roll, please.
Amazon,
Aye.
Collins,
Aye.
Reese,
Aye.
Wilson.
Aye. All right,
Moving forward, item 3, resolution approving the professional services agreement between the Belle, Glade Community Redevelopment Agency and Hip Rock Star Media, Inc. for advertising, marketing, communications, and media services.
Mr. Chair and Board, the CRA is in need of marketing and advertising services, including the development of a cohesive and modern brand identity that reflects its unique culture and character. The agreement with Hip Rock Star, a 30-year-old award-winning full-service marketing and media company, includes the design of informative and visually engaging marketing assets that effectively communicate the CRA's efforts to eliminate blight. In addition to ongoing content development, such as project banners, flyers, advertisements, Avenue A campaign design, brochures, etc. Deliverables will also include brand identity development, for example, a logo for the CRA, and ongoing campaigns. The CRA has, again, as mentioned previously, partnered with TPA and PBC. The graphics that will be created by Hip Rock Star are needed to coincide with what TPA and PBC is doing and to be incorporated in the final report that these 2 entities will be creating. So we are asking, due to the time constraints, that the board approves this agreement and then waives the competitive procurement process. The agreement will be for 1 year with one option to renew at an amount not to exceed $36,000 each year. The contractor will be billed based on services rendered at an hourly rate of $200 an hour. Questions,
Well, I
comments?
will tell you this, and I'll let Commissioner Reese and Commissioner Collins make their own comments, but for the last few years, last 10 years that I know, Commissioner Reese been talking about, we just don't market the city enough. And this is a prime opportunity for us to start, even though it's the CRA area, we just gotta do a better job marketing what we do. And I think Commissioner Collins, when she was running, that's one of the things she identified too. The kids need to see the opportunities that are forthcoming through our city through marketing strategies. So I'm all for this. I'm going home for this, and I think it needs to get done. But I yield to my colleague, Commissioner Reese, followed by Commissioner Collins.
Now, you said, are they focused, once again, just on a portion of the CRA or all of it?
No, all of the CRA, the entire CRA area. Anything else? Oh, okay.
Yeah, I just want to make sure
Okay.
that, we're looking at all of it and promoting all of the area and not just a portion of it, because again, I do understand the importance of revitalization of the downtown area, because that would definitely be a focus, but we also have other areas of the CRA that we need to be pushing
Absolutely.
as well.
This covers the entire CRA.
Okay.
Mr. Collins, followed by Vice Mayor Amzer.
Commissioner Reese just covered what we was gonna talk about
Okay.
anyway, so I think that that is great, and keeping in mind to cover all, like you said, so that every area is covered.
When he's preaching, he say all mean all, so that's what we there. All right, Vice Mayor?
Yeah, I think this is something that we need to rebrand and re-energize our downtown's whole CRA district. I mean, not only for our kids, but for our businesses. We want other businesses to come in here. We need to start, promoting our city and looking for the sites that are land or possibility available and promote that land so we can get investors here, even if they're small coffee shops or whatever it may be. So I'm for this.
All right.
Did you just tell the commission just briefly that you and the attorney did this exact same thing in Homestead? They could have told them that?
I don't know that I've ever told them that. The premise of starting with the downtown is the heart of every city, or at least it should be. And when you have one that's a little sleepy, the premise is that if you awaken it, then that there will soon be a halo effect of the surrounding areas growing and developing as well. It starts with the city investing in itself. If outsiders don't see us investing in ourselves, why would they want to come in and give their money? So this is a way of us starting to try to energize that area. And this was the same approach that we did. Gemma and I worked in Homestead at the same time together. And so this was one of the way that we attacked our downtown was, and with economic, the way that we planned economic growth for our city was starting in our downtown. And we did start to see that the more the city invested, then investors started saying, oh, okay, well, you mean business. We got our first movie theater in Homestead. It's actually an entertainment center, movie theater, bowling alley, and arcade. And they came and invested because when they came to visit the city, they saw how much the city had already invested in itself. We had already built a new city hall. We had already reopened our theater. And so the ideology, the concept was proven to work. And so that's what we're trying to do here.
Some skin in the game. All right, is there a motion?
So move.
Motion by Commissioner Reese, is there a second?
Second.
Second by Commissioner Collins. I got the right Collins, right? Okay. All right, any additional comments?
No, sir.
All right, call the roll.
Almazan,
Aye.
Collins. Aye. Reese.
Aye.
Wilson.
Aye.
Okay, and lastly, I have a brief presentation for you all, just a little update on some of the things that the CRA is doing. In particular, I wanted to address the TPA. Okay, so one thing that's new since we last met, the CRA plan and expansion has been approved by Palm Beach County. So we're excited about that. So if you look at the screen, the area that has the lines going through it is the existing CRA area. All the rest of the orange outside of that is the expanded area. So now we have a much larger footprint for the CRA, which is good. We also have been awarded the NEAT grant. On tomorrow is when Palm Beach County is voting to approve it. It's on the consent agenda, so I felt okay to come back to you all and say, hey, we've been awarded it, because it should be approved with no issues. As it relates to the CRA, there were 9 items that were approved. A few of those were CRA specific. One of them is the community garden, which is on the corner of Southwest Avenue C and Southwest 5th Street. We were awarded $36,200 towards that community garden. Those are renderings of what we are looking to build over there. We are currently, procurement is looking at how we can get started, what's required. We have to go out to bid for construction, so we're working out all those details, but the goal is to get started like yesterday, to make this happen soon. We have 10 months to make it happen. And then the other thing with affecting the CRA was the purchase and installation of these trash receptacles that we will put throughout the CRA area. Staff is putting together a list of locations, and we will share them with you all to make sure that you're in agreement with the locations that we have decided that we want to put these trash receptacles. So we're working on that. That one we should be able to get done real quick because it's just a matter of identifying location and going out and ordering the trash receptacles. Public Works is the one who picked out this one. We asked them to be involved and tell us which one will work best for them and not cause them any complications. And so Johnny and his team are the ones that picked out that receptacle. Avenue A, the TPA Complete Streets project. This is through the Transportation Authority. So what they are doing is looking at Avenue A from Main Street to Southwest 4th Street. They are looking at safety improvements. They're looking at the sidewalks and the streets. What do we need to do in order to fix our sidewalks and fix our streets? And after they go through and do the assessments, they will come up with a cost analysis for how much it would cost. They're also going to create some concept designs for us so that we can actually get a visual of what Avenue A may look like if we move forward with their concept designs. And lastly, they will provide us potential funding. Well, provide us guidance towards potential funding. The TPA has some potential funding to be able to implement the design, to implement what's been proposed, but then there are also other possible avenues for getting funding, and they will identify that for us. The project value is about $90,000. This is no cost to the CRA. Kimley Horn is the contractor or the consultant that the TPA is using to do this work for us. Then we have the Brownfields area-wide plan. This is through Palm Beach County through their EPA grant. Practically the entire city is designated as a Brownfields area, but we are focusing on the CRA. They are at 100 Northwest 5th Street. That's where the old FINA gas station used to be. It was demolished some time ago by the city. We needed to complete a phase 1 and phase 2 environmentals for that. The phase 1 has already been completed, and then phase 2 should get started within the next few weeks. And then after they do that, they're going to do a best use assessment of the site and with the conceptual plan. So we'll be able to come back to you all and say, hey, look, this is what they're saying is the best use for that site. This is what it looks like. What do you think? And then we can kind of strategize how we might want to move forward with developing that site. It's owned by the city.
Okay, what's that address again?
100 Northwest 5th Street. And they're also completing a market analysis for Avenue A and the surrounding area. So they're going to be looking at the CRA, looking at opportunities for retail, residential, hotel, ecotourism. Those are the sectors that they're going to be looking at, and then making some recommendations for us on how we could possibly move forward with bringing in those type of sectors into the CRA. We have submitted a request to them to do a Phase 1 and potentially a Phase 2 for the old Gove site and for 1220 Southwest Main Street. Since we would like to see some development on those two sites in the future, if we can get the Phase 1 and Phase 2 out of the way, that'll be less money that the developer will have to put into the project. This one, project value is about $87,000. Again, no cost to the CRA, and the consultant is Stantec. The comprehensive plan amendment. I have this in CRA only because the EPA and TPA consultants are going to participate in this workshop. So Kimley Horn has finalized the comp plan. They are ready to bring it to you all in a workshop. In that workshop, we're going to use it as a sort of like a charrette to where we can discuss not only the amended comp plan, but ideas regarding changes to the city code, and then also visions for how we want our city to look in the future, the type of development that you want to see and that the community wants to see, like how high do you want the buildings to be? What types of signage do you want? Do you want a uniform sign code for the city? So different things like that is what we're going to address at the workshop so that we can get some clear direction, particularly when we're looking at city-owned land and how we want to develop that. It's good if we have an idea so when developers come and ask, we'll already have a plan or at least have some things in place. We'll know we don't want storage units in downtown, or we don't want a car lot on Main Street. Whatever it is that you guys want to, what parameters you want to set. So that will happen in that workshop. It's set for, well, it was set for November 12th, and then right before this meeting, I got an email from the guy from Kimley Horn. He can't make the 12th, so we're going to have to go back and find a different date, but we're definitely needing to do it before Thanksgiving. So I'll get with Jessica once we get the dates with the consultants, and we'll work everybody's calendar and pick a date that's good for you all. And that's it.
Okay, well, good report. Good report. I think we're moving in the right direction. The marketing piece is so important for us to make sure, and then having that partnership with TPA, that's where the money's at.
Yeah.
So. All right, anything else, Mr. Manager?
No, sir.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Driver. Commissioner, any final comments? Okay, if not, we're gonna go ahead and close out this CRA meeting and go right into our workshop. Okay, what time is it? I don't have my watch. What time you got? 6:01. 6:00. All right, let's go ahead. Get it started.
All right. Let's open up our regular city workshop at 6 p.m.
Mic checked, everybody?
Mic check.
Mic check. Am I on? Yeah.
Okay.
PC.
Okay.
All right, we're gonna go ahead and call this meeting for our workshop for Monday, October 21st to order. Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
We have Almasan,
Here.
Collins,
Here.
Marine,
Here.
Reese,
Here.
Wilson,
Here.
and Mrs. Simon.
Here.
Welcome, Ms. Sharman. All right, approval of the agenda for the workshop, please.
Motion to approve?
Motion by Commissioner Marion, is there a second?
Second.
Second by Vice Mayor Amazon. All right, call the roll.
Almasan,
Aye.
Collins,
Aye.
Marine,
Aye.
Reese,
Aye.
Wilson,
Aye.
Mrs. Simon.
Aye.
Okay, thank you. All right, Madam Clerk, take it away.
Yes, sir, thank you. We'll begin our regular meeting with presentations. We have item 1, September 2024 Employee Safety Award recipient within the Public Works Department. We are requesting consideration to add a presentation from Brianna Spence, Rachel Clemens, and Valerie Jordan relating to community mental health advocacy. And a presentation from Palm Beach County Fire Rescue as item 1A and 1B.
Can you repeat those again, please?
Yes. Item 1A will be titled Relating to Community Mental Health Advocacy from Brianna Spence, Rachel Clemens, Valerie Jordan. And item 1B will be an update from Palm Beach County Fire Rescue.
Okay.
All right, we'll have, under our consent agendas, we'll have approval of city minutes. Item 3, we have special event permit application submitted by Yvonne Moreland and Deanne Greer for the alumni reunion on November 2nd, 2024 at Airport Park. Item 4, authorization of unused sick leave accrual award to Darren T. Hill. Item 5, approval of professional services agreement, lobbying services with Pittman Law Group, PL. Item 6, approval of change order number 1 to PG Group, contract under Piggyback School Board of Broward County, demolition services, FY 23-255 to demolish structures at the former Gove Elementary School, Phase 2, project for an amount not to exceed $18,430, and authorization to issue a purchase order. Item number 7, approval of interlocal agreement between the City of Belle Glade and the School Board of Palm Beach County. Under adoption of resolutions, we have item 8, approval of new AT&T agreement and dedicated internet pricing schedule, waiving purchasing procedure for the same, and authorize the mayor to execute agreement and pricing schedule. Item number 9, approval to declare the Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Annual Parade, Afro Arts Festival Parade, Black Gold Jubilee Parade, Juneteenth, and Glade Central Community High School Annual Homecoming Parade to be the special events co-sponsored by the city, and authorizing the city manager to execute parade permits for calendar year 2025. Item 10, granting approval to issue a purchase order and enter into the addendum for the piggyback purchase of demolition services from the BG Group LLC through its contract with the School Board of Broward County, waiving purchasing procedures for the purchase of additional demolition services and granting authority for the mayor to execute. Item number 11, approval of agreement for advertising services between the City of Belle Glade and Renewed Daily Water, Inc. Item number 12, approval of agreement for social media services between the City of Belle Glade and Barry L. Kerrigan. Item number 13, approval to reclassify a full-time regular cashier position with benefits to a full-time regular lead cashier position with benefits. Approval of agenda item number 14, granting approval of amendment number 1 to the contract for grant management and research, grant preparation and writing services with CAS Governmental Services, LLC, to extend such contract and granting authority for the mayor to execute said agreement. Item number 15, approval of bank purchase card user agreement. Item number 16, approval of agreement with TGI Office Automation LLC for cloud faxing services and maintenance and support services. Then authorizing the mayor to execute the agreement and other required documents. Item number 17, approval to award EFE Inc. DBA Glades Equipment Group under Piggyback Florida Sheriff's Association Equipment Contract number FSA 23-EQU21.00 to purchase a John Deere 6120 tractor with Alamo industrial mower in the amount of $157,877.98, and authorization to issue a purchase order. Item number 18, approval to retroactively extend the contract for building inspection, plan review, and permit technician services with CAP Government, Inc. through September 30th, 2024, and approval to enter into the new piggyback contract for building department services with CAP Government, Inc., granting authority for the mayor to execute. Is there any questions thus far?
No.
Okay. We have second and final reading of an ordinance. Item number 19 will be read in the regular meeting. It's an ordinance of the City Commission of the City of Belle Glade, Florida, amending Chapter 13, Garbage and Trash, Article 1, in General Section 13-17, fees for removal generally to provide for automatic annual adjustments to garbage and trash fees based on the inflation and as determined by the Consumer Price Index, and providing for codification, conflict severability, and an effective date. I'll announce the other business announcements under the regular meeting, sir.
Do what now?
I'll announce the announcements under the regular meeting.
Okay. All right, any question? If not, we'll move on. Mr. Manager, anything for the good order?
Not at this time.
All right, public relations, anything for the workshop? Thank you, thank you. All right, city attorney. Okay. PBSO, anything for the workshop? Okay. All right, we got Palm Beach County Rescue, but they're gonna, anything for the workshop? Okay. Any orders coming for the workshop?
No, sir.
Okay. All right, so that's finalized. We'll start with Commissioner Reese, anything for the workshop?
Nothing, Mayor.
Commissioner Mary, anything for the workshop?
Not for the workshop, sir.
All right, Commissioner Collins, anything for the workshop?
Nothing for the workshop.
Vice Mayor Amazon, anything for the workshop?
No, sir.
All right, and I don't have anything for the workshop either, so thank you all so much. Yeah, that should do it. All right, we'll see you guys in a few minutes for our regular meeting. This workshop is adjourned. Thank you.
Mic check. I got it. Oh, no.
Mic check.
Mic check.
I check.
Mic check.
Mic check.
Mics are live.
Thank you. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and call this regular meeting to order for Monday, October 21st at 6:30 PM. Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Amazon,
Here.
Collins,
Here.
Marine, Reese,
Here.
Wilson,
Here.
and Miss Simmons.
Here.
All right, thank you so much, Commissioners, and to our Madam President. Our invocation, we're always pleased to have with us our own Commissioner Robert Reese to give us the invocation. And we'll again ask Vice Mayor Amazon to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance, okay? Let's all please stand if you don't mind for invocation.
Heavenly Father, we are truly thankful for you, Lord, for this beautiful day. We thank you for the love, the grace, the mercy, provisions, protection you give to us each and every day. Lord, as we come into this meeting, we pray your spirit to be here among us to lead and guide us in all that we say and that we do. And whatever it is, we pray that it brings glory and honor to you. We ask you to bless our community, bless the staff here at the city of Belle, Glade, and the leadership, and bless this time we will spend together. We look to you for guidance that we might do the right thing for this community. So we thank you and we give you praise, and we ask that you just truly, truly guide our footsteps and our voice. We ask these things in your precious name. And all those who love the Lord said, amen.
Please join me in the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag
Of the United
States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, audience. Thank you, Commissioner. Thank you, staff. Madam Clerk?
Yes, sir. Before we approve the agenda, I would like to add 2 items. Add 1A relating to community mental health from Sabriana Spence, Rachel Clemens, and a Valerie Jordan. Also want to add 1B, an update from the Palm Beach County Fire Rescue. That's my 2 additions, sir.
Okay. All right, what's your pleasure with the amendment?
Motion to
So move.
approve.
We have a motion by Commissioner Marion. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Vice Mayor Amazon. Okay. Second by Commissioner Amazon.
We sound alike, that's all.
All right, call the roll, please.
Aye.
Collins? Marine?
Aye.
Reese?
Aye.
Wilson?
Aye.
Ms. Simmons?
Aye.
All right, thank you so much. All right. Welcome to our regular meeting. Thank you all for taking time out of your busy schedule to be with us. So good to see familiar faces and those not so familiar. We do see Ms. Bryant representing Senator Laura Berman. please stand and be recognized. Thank you so much for being here on behalf of the senator. Y'all give us some love. Thank you so much. That's where we get the money, y'all. Do that source, the senator, and she's doing an excellent job for us. We also have with us Miss Jacob. Thank you, Dr. Jacob, with the Abbott student. All the Abbott students, please stand up. Stand up, Abbott student. Law student.
Law students.
Oh,
All right, well,
excuse
stand
us.
up there.
Lawyers here.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Okay.
We need
Thank
a
you.
lot of lawyers for the city.
Yeah. I guess we have an opening statement. Vice Mayor, why don't you introduce who we have at the dais with us?
Yes, sir. It's my pleasure to introduce from our community here, Lakeshore Middle School, Ms. Yesenia Simmons. She's here to speak on her academic success in the pre-law program that Dr. Jacobs and the Lakeshore faculty have there with Principal Gibbons.
Good evening. My name is Yanisi Simon Abreu. I am a 7th grade pre-law student from Lakeshore Middle. To Honorable Mayor Steve Wilson's Vice Mayor Almazan, the Commissioners Collins, Marine, and Reese, last but not least, with much respect, City Manager Mr. Lomax Harrell. There is much work to do, and I feel assured that you will all work together to get it done. It is my distinct honor and privilege to sit among you tonight and witness this memorable occasion. On behalf of Lakeshore Middle School pre-law students, our instructor and coordinator, Dr. Wilhelmina Jacobs, we say thank you for this privilege. We are also extending an invitation to each of you to visit our class and travel with us on field trips too. A special thanks to Vice Mayor Almazan for all he does with the students at Lakeshore. He is forever visiting us at Lakeshore and traveling with us on our field trips and attending school advisory council meetings too. He is a true mentor for us. With God, all things are possible if we only believe. Let us come together and work together. The time is now. Together we stand, divided we fall. Thank you.
Wow. She sounds like a lawyer. All right.
Yep.
Okay. It's an honor sitting with you. I want to say that to you and to all the pre-law students. Ms. Jacob, Dr. Jacob, please stand for a moment. We want to thank you for what you're doing with these kids. Really, really. Yeah, it's the sense of pride that you bring and restore upon these kids, from the avid student, even the pre-law students. We're really appreciative of that. And that's just not to make you feel good or to tickle anybody ear. We really appreciate what you're doing with these kids. Thank you so much. All right.
Only.
All right, having said that, any elected official here that I failed to recognize? If I did, I apologize. Anybody here? You're all VIPs in your own respective way. Thank you all for taking time out of your schedule to be with us. I say that from the commission there's from our hearts. Thank you. All right, Madam Clerk.
Okay, at this time, may the mayor and commissioners please step down from the dais. Do we have Derval Sturridge? Mr. Deval Sturridge is our September 2024 Employee Safety Award recipient. He is employed within the Public Works Department. Congratulations.
Thank you, I appreciate that.
No. You can- I should get used to saying, you may take your seat.
Ladies and gentlemen, I also see in the audience the legend himself, Mr. Eddie Lee Rose. Vice President of the Tri-City Education Committee. Come on, thank you so much. All right, let's move on. We got presentation. Let's go, Madam Clerk.
All right, moving down to our next presentation. Do we have Mrs. Spence, Ms. Clemens, and Ms. Jordan in attendance?
All right.
Okay, please step forward. This is a presentation relating to community health, mental health.
Ms. Spence is not here yet, but Valerie and Ms. Clemens is.
All right, welcome.
Good evening, good evening, good evening. I am Valerie Jordan. I am representing the Recovery Community Center of Palm Beach County Hub. We are bringing an organization to Belle Glade to represent substance abuse, mental health, and the homelessness. We will be open in the next 3 weeks. We'll be located at 25 MLK, Martin Luther King Boulevard, Belle Glade, Florida, 33430. We will be providing resources for our substance abuse, for our homeless people, for our mental health. Our biggest component is substance abuse, but we know because of what our homeless people are facing now because of this new law change, we are big on trying to find places for our homeless population because it is out of control here and everywhere. So we're trying to get vouchers to help pay for rent. We're trying to help with transportation to get them to those places. So we will be open, like I said, in 2 weeks. So please, I will leave information to contact me for any questions for anybody that needs the help because we are passionate about our homeless people.
Wow, thank you. Thank you. I'm sure that my colleague, Commissioner Collins, we've been giving her the task of leading the charge and want to thank you for making this happen. So any comments you'd like to offer at this time?
No, I just want to say thank you, ladies, for coming out and being open to help assist the homeless people in our community, as well as their mental health.
Thank you, Ms. Collins, for inviting us here. I'm so grateful for you even networking with me because this has really been a trial and error just getting over here to help in the Glades community. I was born and raised here, so it means a lot to me. Thank you.
Yes, thank you so much.
Thank you. Hello, my name is Rachel Clemens, and I operate Clemens Counseling and Consulting Services. I'm a licensed mental health counselor. I am born and raised from over in the Glades also, but I just recently returned, providing mental health services and therapy to school-based individuals, couples, and family therapy. We're trying to collaborate with the local agencies here to address the homeless issues as well as the mental health. That's my primary focus is the mental health, but just working with the other agencies in the area to deal with the homelessness because the mental health does impact that. Mm-hmm. And so we are just trying to work together to see how we can bridge the gap of the homelessness and still provide quality services to the people here. I do provide telehealth services, but I'm in the process of trying to open an office here in January where we could do physical in-person therapy. But right now I do have an office at 308 Northwest 10th Street. And I work Monday through Friday. I do take several insurances that people can call and contact me. I can leave my information as well. But right now I'm just really just trying to reconnect to the agencies over here and see what is here and how I can support that.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Well, thank you guys for wanting to be a part of our community. The help is greatly needed in this community. And so it's been our prayer and then having Ms. Collins on the dais, that's been her passion. And when she ran, she wanted to make sure we get the resources here. Okay. And now we're seeing it all come to fruition. Thank you so much.
You're
and thank
welcome.
You, Madam,
thank you all.
too. Thank you. Let's give them a big hand. Thank you. Thank you. Okay.
Okay, moving forward to our next presentation, with an update from Palm Beach County Fire Rescue.
All right.
Let's see if I got my glasses, sorry. Good evening, commissioners, mayor, vice mayor, and city manager. I would also like to thank you for putting me together with Mr. Carrigan in this collaboration, so thank you for that. It is my pleasure to introduce Lieutenant Chow and also firefighter Joseph. I always call him Joseph because I don't know how to pronounce his last name. One day. They're here tonight to share some exciting news about Palm Beach County Fire Rescue Cadet Initiative. This program is not only to introduce the kids of the Glades to a career of firefighters, but also to foster a sense of responsibility and community service in our youth. I'm confident the Palm Beach County Fire Rescue Cadet Initiative will greatly benefit our community as a whole. With that, I will hand it over to Lieutenant Chow and Firefighter Belle.
Well, good evening, everyone. Thank you for having us here today, and we're very excited to talk to you about our Cadet West initiative. So if anybody remembers, about a couple years past before COVID hit us, we actually had this program up and running out of West Tech, the community college, and it was running really well. We had about 20 to 30 kids at the time, and then unfortunately COVID hit us, and we had to back off a little bit, and then until it kind of fizzled out. So we're back again. We want to get this program up and running really well, get that community involvement from the kids and the youth in the Glades region, and hopefully make them good citizens and push that responsibility and leadership that we love to preach about in the fire service and push that onto these kids. Right now we have a program running out in West Palm Beach that has around 120 kids, so it's a successful program, and we just want to bring that out here and have this community involvement with Belle Glade. When we had this program before, we've had a lot of successful kids come out from it, which my partner, firefighter Vanacek, will talk about shortly here with some of the success stories that we've had to show that we've had really good improvement or not improvement, but success from this program. But mainly what this program is about is just teaching these kids how to be leaders, how to be responsible, how to be a good, upstanding citizen for their community, how to give back to their own community. And we do it through the eyes of fire department, but we're not pushing them to be firefighters. We're not saying like this isn't a career path. That's not what we're geared towards. We're geared towards making them good people. You know, that's what we say. It's for the kids, and we want to make good people, not good firefighters, not good police officers, not good, just good people. So I think we've had a good job with doing that. We do a lot of community outreach. We do a lot of events to help out with the community, community service events, all that kind of stuff, along with a lot of interactions with different programs from around the state of Florida. We're involved with the FFCA, which is the Florida Fire Chiefs Association. So that's our larger parent organization, and we work a lot with the other programs from around the state of Florida, all the way up into the Panhandle to the central state and get together with a lot of their programs and their kids. And it's nice seeing all these kids come together and have a common interest in something, and they work together. They see each other later on when they get hired somewhere, and it's really good to see that kind of stuff. So we're happy to bring this out here again, and I'll pass it off to my partner, firefighter Vanacek.
All right, thank you for having us again. As Lieutenant Chow already said, it's not necessarily our goal to make firefighters, but we are very happy when some of our kids decide to pursue a career in the fire service. That being said, we did have a few success stories for the short time that we did have our program operating out here. The one that really stands out to us is Amy Martinez. She's a resident of South Bay. She's a little tiny girl, but she packs a punch. She actually lied to us about her age when we were out here originally. We make our kids have to be 13 years old or in 8th grade to start. She was in 7th grade, but failed to tell us that part. But we were very thankful she did. She ended up becoming the chief of our program. When Cadet West kind of fizzled out and we weren't at West Tech anymore, every week she'd come all the way out to West Palm to be a part of our program. She was the chief of our program, led the whole thing, and she was actually named the Cadet of the Year for the entire state of Florida. She's now pursuing a career in fire inspections. We have 2 others that also stand out. Their names are Giovanni Santiago and AJ Longoria. They're both Belle Glade residents, and I believe they're both waiting for a call to start with our department very soon.
Wow, 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 yeah. Well, Chief, Lieutenant, and to our firefighters, thank you guys for your service to this community, the Glades community. I once tried to be a fireman, but I was afraid of the heights. You know, but thank you for the opportunity. They don't necessarily have to be a firefighter in the police ranks, but productive citizens, and that's where you're going with this conversation. Chief, thank you so much. Thank you so much.
May
Yes.
I ask something real quick? Thank you. Thank you, by the way, too. One of the things that we do want to incorporate is also, it's not just about being firefighters, but we're also going to have special inviters to go ahead and give some speeches, kind of like a career day, you know, so we can give the kids, you know, more variety of things that they can start thinking about for their future. But this is, like I said, to be camaraderie. They're going to start having some training, build them physically, giving confidence, giving trust, meet each other. So it's a good thing. Yes, we would like them to be firefighters, like Lieutenant Chow said. Some of you I might be asking, you know, if and they need to come and, you know, collaborate with us. Also, I'm sure that you know, I know I'm going to call you guys for sure, because you know we want to give them that, like your vice mayor, your mayor, your commissioner. You know, was like, wow, when I went to school, we didn't have that. So I think it's very important. But I don't want to get too much into the program because they're leading the program. I'm just a messenger helping them out. And one of the things that I was going to tell you, Mr. Barry, he made the I cannot even speak English today. The flyers. Thank you. One word to, oh my God. So thank you. So he's got some flyers for you. And if you guys need to see them, you know, I want to bring one to her. And they have a QR code in there, which is very easy for the kids or the parents to just, you know, point the phone on it and click it and it give all the information about it. So, and I will be making contact with Ms. Evans later on December too, and we have different plans on how to start recruiting on some of the middle schools and stuff and have the speeches to the kids. But I thank you for your time. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
And thank you,
Where-
Lieutenant, and
where are
thank you,
meeting
Joseph.
now? I know you were meeting at West Tech at one time. Where are you meeting now?
So we are, I'll let you respond. I'm sorry.
So currently, it's still in the plan. There we go. We're still in the planning phase of getting this up and running. A lot of logistical issues, not issues, but a lot of logistics that we need to work through in order to get this program up and running. So we do plan on beginning it before the end of the year and kind of running with it at the beginning of the next year. As of right now, we're planning on trying to go back to West Tech as of now. Things can change. I don't want to give a definitive answer, but as of right now, we would be running out of West Tech as we did a couple years before. And we're just trying to garner and see how much interest we have in the program to see what kind of size. Because really, realistically, we have no idea how many kids we'll take in. It could be 10, 15, or it could be 50 kids want to join in. And we want to take in as many as we can, try to build it as large as we can. But logistically, we have to be realistic with that part. And then something I always fail to mention is that me and Joseph both grew up in the program. We've been involved in this program 10 years now, from when we first started high school to after graduating to going to fire school and then getting hired on. So it's deeply rooted in us. So we have a big passion for this program. So that's why we want to make it work and see it flourish out here. So if you guys have any other questions, we'd be absolutely be willing to answer them.
Commissioner, any additional comments or questions? Thank you. Okay. All right. Vice Mayor, you've been recognized.
Yes, thank you. I just want to say thank you for thinking of us and bringing it out here. I know y'all been going around to all the cities doing this presentation, and it's something, another avenue, for our kids and out here so they can explore, open their minds, and learn leadership skills and stuff. So just very appreciative for y'all thinking and bringing it back out here. I'm sure it will be successful.
Okay. An additional? If not, let's give them another big hand. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Okay.
All right, let's move down to consent agenda items. Mayor and Commissioners, may we have a motion to approve consent agenda items numbers 2 through 18?
What's your pleasure?
So move.
Motion by Vice Mayor Amazon. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Commissioner Collins. Audience comment?
No, sir.
Commissioner comments? All right, call the roll.
Amazon,
Aye.
Collins,
Aye.
Marine, Reese,
Aye.
Wilson.
Aye.
All right, under second and final reading of an ordinance, we have item 19, an ordinance of the City Commission of the City of Belle Glade, Florida, amending Chapter 13, Garbage and Trash, Article 1 in General, Section 13-17, fees for removal generally, to provide for automatic annual adjustments to garbage and trash fees based on inflation as determined by the Consumer Price Index, and providing for codification, conflict, severability, and an effective date.
What's your pleasure?
Motion to move.
Motion by Commissioner Collins. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Commissioner Marion. Audience comment?
No, sir.
Commissioner comments? All right, call the roll.
Amazon,
Aye.
Collins,
Aye.
Marine,
Aye.
Reese,
Aye.
Wilson.
Aye.
Under other business announcements, we have our next, our next regular and city workshop is going to be held on November 18th, beginning with our workshop at 6 p.m., followed by a regular meeting at 6:30. We also have a special meeting on October 28th, next Monday at 5:30 p.m., and October 31st at 5:30 p.m., both here in the Belle Glade City Commission chambers relating to annexations.
What was that again? I'm sorry.
We have two special meetings. One is going to be on October 28th at 5:30, and the other one, a second and final, for October 31st at 5:30.
And on the record reference,
It's relating to annexation. Yes, sir. And our annual Oktoberfest will be held on October 31st, 2024, beginning at 4 p.m. It'll be from 4 to 10 p.m. at Town Square. And that's all I have, sir.
thank you so much. Mr. Manager, anything for the good of the order?
Yes, sir, I have two items.
Your mic's off.
Sorry, I have two items.
Yes, sir.
The first thing I'd like to say is, we really appreciate Commissioner Marion and Public Works Department for
Yes.
all the work that they've done over in front of the museum and around it, as far as painting, landscaping, and et cetera. This wasn't just 1 or 2 days, this was several days, and Commissioner, you and your husband and Johnny and his staff and all,
The whole team.
really did an outstanding job, and it really, really looks great. And Peggy, I need you to come up and bring the commission up to date with the things that you're working on and accomplishing in Parks and Rec.
Good evening, Mayor and Commission, City Manager, residents.
Good evening.
Everyone should have a Parks and Recreations calendar of activities/events sheet.
No, I don't have one.
It's making its way to you now. So we're going to cover the month of October and the month of November, and we're simply combining the 2 months because by the time the next commission meeting comes around, some of these events would have passed, so might as well kill 2 birds with 1 stone. So the first event in October is the men's softball, and that's for our adults. That's on Tuesday and Thursday, October 22nd and the 23rd. It's from 6:30 p.m. to 10 p.m., and it's at Pioneer Park. From there, we have Open Rec. That's on October 23rd as well. That's on Wednesdays, and that's from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Now, I'll go back and say, so because of our adults' sports being so successful, they wanted us to do something that was somewhat year-round, so we have Open Rec in between the different sports. And Open Rec, it allows for our adults to come out and play pickup basketball games, volleyball games, and things of that nature. Moving on, Mug Bowl Pep Rally, and that's for our senior citizens. Yes, our seniors, they got a pep rally too. So they're gonna have their pom-poms and their t-shirts. So I'm not sure if we have any seniors out here because everyone looks very young. So if we do have any seniors out here, you're more than welcome to join us at the Senior Center with Palm Beach County. And that's the senior center that's right here off of Main Street. And that's on Wednesday, October 23rd from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. Again, it's at West County Senior Center. We have also at West County Senior Center Trick or Treat Party, and that's also for our senior citizens. And that's on Friday, October 25th from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. That's, again, I said, hosted at West County. And we have our Palm Beach County GTAC meeting that's also on that same day. The GTAC meeting is for the Glades area as a whole, and every month that the meeting is held in a different city in the Glades. So it's made its way back to Pahokee, and it'll be back here in Belle Glade next month. So really great things happen at the GTAC meeting. Our very own Mr. Houston Tate, who is the director of OCR for the county, usually hosted with our Tri-City participation. Oktoberfest. So Oktoberfest, we all know Oktoberfest is a jam-packed 3-day event filled with lots of activities for our community, one of which is our alumni Muck City basketball games, and that's on Wednesday, October 30th from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. That's being held at the Boys and Girls Club. And then we have the actual Oktoberfest, the Halloween event, or the fall event, which is being held here at Town Square on October 31st. And that is from 4 p.m. to 9 p.m. Please come out and enjoy. We have a haunted house that Mr. Mayor here got me spooked coming up with this haunted house. He wants it extra scary. So those of you who enjoy those kinds of things, please come out and get scared out of your pants. And if not, we have lots and lots of family-friendly fall activity that's going on as well. We have carnival rides, free food, all kinds of activities going on that day. So you do have to register when you come. It's a very quick process. Please come out. As my pastor would say, bring lottie-dottie and everybody. All right? So moving on to November. We have our men's basketball. It's back. Men's softball, excuse me, is back again. Tuesdays and Thursdays, November 12th and November 14th, 6:30 to 10 p.m. at Pioneer Park. We have open rec again. That's on November 6th, 13th, and 20th from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. We have our, and it's at our Boys and Girls Club. Now we have some Muck Bowl events coming up. Our alumni kickoff game, our kickball Muck Bowl game, that's going to take place on Saturday, November 2nd, and it's from 8 a.m. to 11 a.m., my apologies, 11 a.m. to 8 p.m., and that's at Airport Park. We also have on that Sunday is a Muck Bowl day party concert. And for those of you who are into hip hop and want to hear live music, at Las Palmas, there's a day party concert, and Trick Daddy is the headliner. Oh. You know now, Okay, so Sunday, November 3rd, okay? It's on Sunday, November 3rd. It's from 4 p.m. to 12 a.m., and it's at Las Palmas. It's a ticketed event, and it's going to be lots of fun. So moving on, we have our adult softball. That's on Tuesdays and Thursdays, November 5th, 7th, 12th, and 14th, 6:30 to 10 p.m., Pioneer Park. We have, now I am super excited about these last few events. So we have a youth fishing program. This is the very first time our city has introduced fishing to our youth. in a constructive a programming fashion. So we're super, super excited about that. The program will take place on November 14th, from November 14th to December 19th. And it's every Thursday from 4:30 p.m. to 6 p.m. at Torrey Island. You can register at Lakeshore Civic Center, and that's at 1224 East on right by Bus Park. It's at Bus Park, excuse me. And then we have our youth golf program. Again, another first for us. And we're partnering with First Tee, so we're super, super excited about that. That's on Wednesday. It's on every Wednesday, and it starts from November 13th through the 18th. So it's November 13th, 20th, December 4th, 11th, and 18th. It's from 4:30 to 6 p.m. Registration is at Lakeshore Civic Center, and the site is our Belle Glade Municipal Golf Course. So our youth gets to use our golf course. Now, they can't drive the carts, but they can use the golf course. Finally, we have our midday yoga. So if anyone here needs to woosah, or they know someone who needs to woosah and decompress during the day, we have midday yoga, and that's taking place at our Belle Glade weight room, and that's from 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. It's every Wednesday from November 6th to the 18th. So we got a lot going on. So we would love, love, love to see you all at 1, 2, 3, or all of our events and festivities going on. I know the manager said he's going to join me for yoga. He has his tights and his yoga outfit ready.
See him with some tights on, huh?
Yeah, he has his yoga.
Make sure you
you
get
know.
pictures.
Yeah, he told me he got his mat and everything ready. So please, just let your friends and your family know. Tell all the youth in the area. Get them involved. This is really helping us keep our youth off of the streets, okay, and doing positive things, as Captain Payne likes to say and share with us how impressed he is with the things that we're doing. So we want to keep it going. So support us, please. Thank you.
Good job. Let's give a big hand. But before you leave, there's one clarity on your announcement you have from 4 to 10, so that should be 9 for the October 31st, just so that we can make sure we're all on the same page. Okay.
Yes, 4
Good
p.m.
job.
to 9 p.m.
Good job. Thank you.
Thank
so
you.
much.
Ms. Peggy,
I comments. Hold on.
Yes.
Go ahead, Vice Mayor.
is all of this posted on our website?
It should be, I believe so. I think we have flyers for most of the events. The private events, we would have to get with those organizers because some of these events are community events. So we're in the process of getting with the organizers, and once they give me the flyers, I'll give them to Ms. Beckford, and she can post them. But the ones that are city-led, they should be on the
And
website.
most of them are free of charge.
Everything here so far is free outside of the concert.
It needs to be communicated to there because some parents might not, think,
Yes. Oh, thank you for sharing that. Outside, we have Mr. George. He is our senior service manager, so he works with our senior citizens with our senior program. And Mr. George is outside with our flyers, and on our flyers, it does indicate that the programs are free of charge. And if we have any seniors that want to register for the senior program, you can also register with Mr. George.
Any additional comments, commissioners? Okay. All right. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thank you.
All right. Anything else, Mr. Manager?
No, sir.
Okay. Moving on to compliance. Okay. Council, anything for the good order? PBSO, what you got for us?
Mr. Mayor, I'm so excited to hear all those good things that our Parks and Recs are doing for our youth. It is very humbling and awesome to see that we have activities for our youth to keep them occupied, because we know if we don't, their minds will go astray, right? So I don't have much to say other than that we at PBSO are extremely, extremely busy. So with all the activities that's going on in the city, especially in the next week, we're extremely busy. We're extremely busy with the election, and you know we have a famous citizen that lives in Palm Beach County that requires a lot of our resources, to include the resources that we have to pull from Belle Glade. So we're extremely busy. However, our job is to make sure that the citizens of Belle Glade and the citizens of the Glades are kept safe. I know I call you often when I hear about things that's going around in other counties or other parts of the state or other part of the country, and I say, those things don't happen here because we're doing what we're supposed to do.
Yes, sir. Thank you. But Captain, we know you and your officers, you guys are doing an excellent job. We can call you anytime, but last week was a tough week for us. I know you can't say much, because it's ongoing investigation, but just give us a glimpse of what you guys doing, because that has raised some concerns in the community.
So, Mr. Mayor, we did have a shooting, as all the commissioners on this did get a text from me. We had a shooting where, matter of fact, two shootings, one day after the next. So, you know, both of those shootings are currently open investigations. However, we are hot on the trail, so we're still working on them. And I think the citizens should not be concerned, because there was not random shootings. These are targeted shootings, so they obviously was going after their target. So, but we're working on them.
Okay. And just so the audience will know, you know, safety is the commissioner and manager and staff. It's our priority. That is our number one priority, to make sure that you are safe. And this is why we're trying to promote as many activities. I think the young kids who came up earlier, productivity, make sure that our kids are productive what they're doing. We keep them busy, so when they go home at night, they'll be tired and they'll be ready to go to school. That's why we're doing this. And to the support of my colleagues and the manager and staff, there's no cost. Only cost will be time for them to come out. So we're gonna do our part, but we want the kids and the parents and the grandparents to do their part, okay? We all good with that? Okay, thank you so much. All right, thank you, Captain. We'll move on. Somebody, go ahead.
My apologies. We have an upcoming toy drive. We have some information coming for that. And then we also have Read for the Record, as Ms. Evans indicated earlier, and a lot of our city staff is participating in it. So just wanted to share that as well.
Thank you. Okay, any additional comments on Chief Palm Beach County Rescue? You good?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. All right, comments from the audience, thank you.
No comments, sir.
All right, we'll follow up with the last comment. We'll recognize Commissioner Reese for final comments.
Okay, again, we are very proud of our pre-law students, and Ms. Jacob, thank you for the great work that you do, working with our young people and giving them visions of who they can become. Again, we thank all of your citizens who have come out to share with us this evening. I do want to make our commissioners aware of two events that are taking place in our community. On November 4th at 7 p.m., there will be an opening ceremony for the Greater South Florida District Baptist Church International Association at St. John First on November the 4th at 7 p.m. We invite you to come and share with us as we begin our association for the association. Also on November 10th at 4 p.m., Pastor Cromer, who has become very active in our community. She shows up everywhere to support not only what we're doing as a city, but what we're also doing as a community. And so she's having her anniversary celebration on November 10th at 4 p.m. And we would like to see you at the Church Without Walls, which is on 16th Street, and as she celebrates her anniversary. Again, the citizens of Belle Glade, thank you for coming out and showing your support for our community.
Just to add, and then I think the commissioner, we made a commitment that we wanted to collectively visit a church, in rotation that we can all go and have service with. We don't want to just go during the election time, and we all made that clear. And so we given that task to Commissioner Reese to line us up with days and time. Now, we know that sometimes you won't be able to make them all, but those that you can, let's try to stay on that task to go to those services if possible, okay? All right, Commissioner Mary, you've been recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I want to thank everyone for joining us here tonight. I'd love to see when we have a full house, or somewhat of a full house. I just have a couple comments. I'd like to take a moment to thank Johnny and the entire Public Works team and Diana for also helping us out with the museum, and everything is looking beautiful. And we're really, really excited about the grand opening, super excited. Cheryl has done a wonderful job with that Hall of Fame, so I just can't wait for that. We haven't finished, so we're still working on it. Also, Project Lift, they are selling some pumpkins at 1140 Northeast 18th Street from Monday to Thursday, 9 a.m. to 5:30 p.m., and Friday and Saturday from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. The pumpkins are being donated by He Heal Foundation, and all the proceeds directly benefit the students at Project Lift. So they have different sizes, different prices for the pumpkins. Rotary will have a turkey shoot on November 13th and 14th from 6 p.m. from 6 to 10 p.m. at Rodeo Las Palmas. And so there's more information will be shared online and everything, but there are tickets and raffle tickets, and they're going to have vendors, food, and more. So it's a really busy fall. But it's also really a great opportunity to do something with the family. And nothing much. Just want to thank Fire, PBSO, all the city staff, Mr. Manager, Deputy. Thank you guys for everything. And thank you everyone for working together to help keep on moving our city forward. So, thank you.
Thank you so much, Commissioner. Commissioner Collins, you've been recognized for closing comments.
Good evening, everyone. I just want to thank everybody in the building because I don't want to leave nobody out, as well as everybody on the dais for the collaboration and the work that you guys put in community, as well as us working very hard to serve the community. I want to thank Ms. Jacobs for always bringing the young folks out, letting them see, the work that we get to do in our community. Joaquin, keep up the good work with being a part of that and bringing the kids on. That gives them something positive as well. I want to also thank Mr. George Critton. I don't think he's in here, but Mr. George Critton, a while back, some of the seniors asked about a computer literacy class because they lack the knowledge of knowing how to utilize computers, because of their age. And the Belle Glade Library has offered a computer literacy class every third Thursday of the month, first and third Thursday of the month. And Mr. Critton has been very, very faithful with taking our senior citizens over there. He don't know that I know that, but he has been very, very, thank you, Mr. Critton, for transporting our seniors over to the Belle Glade Library for their digital literacy course. Also, I want to thank Ms. Valerie and Ms. Clemens for coming out without hesitation when I reached out to those two ladies in collaboration with what we're trying to do with the mental health and the homelessness in our city. They gave me a yes with no exception. I have been diligently working throughout this book. It's a lot of information. I will not go over it, but it's the Florida's Council of Homelessness. It's their annual report and all of the different things that, they have going on inside of this through the Department of Children and Families. We do have to come up with a strategic plan. The homeless law went into effect October 1. However, January is when people will start getting cited for that. And so we don't want to put ourselves in harm's way. So I've been working very hard to try to at least have a philanthropy of resources that would be able to be utilized by our homeless population. And one thing in this book I want to point out, it's homeless children and youth. are defined as individuals who lack a fixed, regular, and adequate nighttime residence and includes children and youth who are sharing the housing of other persons due to loss of housing, economic hardship, or a similar reason, are living in motels, hotels, trailer parks, or camping grounds due to lack of alternative adequate accommodations, are living in emergency or transitional shelters, or are abandoned in hospitals, or are awaiting foster care placement. There is more to that, but with that being said, there is a certified unoccupied homeless youth form for the purpose of accessing health services, identification cards, and birth certificates in the state of Florida for our youth. And you can find that on the Department of Children and Families website. Um, and as we know, mental health do play a huge part in that, sometimes substance and several other reasons. And that is the reason why I'm working so hard to try to put together a resource guide. We all are aware of our 211 resources, right? Here in the Glades. However, where I have it circled at for homeless assistance, there are two things listed there. It's the Catholic Charities for Hunger and Homeless Prevention and McKinney Vito for the Glades families with kids in school. That's it. So that lets us know that there's more work to be done. We do have a lot of resources here. It's just our guide needs to be updated with those resources, just as those ladies offered tonight. And one last thing, I will be hosting another collaboration with our local Glade Central football, Raider football team with a mental health collaboration. It's heard there was a flag on the play. We all know that there are several red flags. We're trying to do it very creative to meet them where they're at. We're gonna come out with our referee t-shirts so that we can help ref them to the games. That's why you hear it says, well, the refs are here to assist today. We wanna really meet them where they're at, do innovative activities based around football so that they understand how important their mental health is. They are already taking the first initiative to take care of their mental health by playing football. We all know football is an outlet and football is therapy for them. So with that being said, this initiative will be held November the 9th from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. at the First Baptist Church in Belle Glade. If you're familiar with Mr. Desmond, that's the big white church over there where he attends. And there'll be fun activities, breakfast will be served, prizes, and so much more. If you're not doing anything that day, I would highly recommend you come out to show our youth support and let them know that we are here for them. Thank you.
Thank you. Madam President, anything in addition she'd like to say? Okay, all right. Vice Mayor, you've been recognized for closing comment.
Yes, first I want to say thank you to our staff, city staff, everyone, especially to Ms. Diane and Johnny. I forgot to thank them last month for the Hispanic Festival, the marina and everything, look top shape. And thank y'all for everything y'all do out there. Also, on code enforcement, me and Mr. Dowdell have been working on some ordinance. He's been researching them. We'll hopefully bring you something soon because I know this is becoming a constant issue here through the city with the noises and the music and stuff. So hopefully we'll bring back something soon. I did spend this past month, and hopefully it'll be a continuation. I did go 2 days out to our senior department. It's really a blessing for me just to spend some time with them because these ladies, most of them are ladies, they bring so much joy, and it just, it's fun, good activities out there. And Mr. Benitez from Bowling Supermarket helped me out with some tacos for them. We had a Hispanic taco day out there. So, I mean, it was a lovely day just to be the camaraderie there with the ladies and everything. It's just a joy to be there and learn from them, because they've been here in the community or they come from other areas. And, you don't even know one of the ladies there, her daughter's my classmate. So, it's just, there's things like that. So I want to say thanks to them, and hopefully I'll be back there. Maybe I'm going to try to make it a goal to be out there at least once a month to swing by. So anybody, if y'all got time to stop by there, you know, they're just a good fun bunch to be around with. Yeah. What else do I have? Let me see. I think that's it. And just to thank PSO and Palm Beach County Fire Rescue and all the residents here for coming out here. I mean, this is your city, your community. We need to hear from y'all. So, you know, thank y'all for coming out tonight.
Well, thank you all, commissioners, and I'll take 2 minutes to close out. There's an old saying that teamwork make dream work. And I will tell you, Mr. Manager, you have a good staff that work real hard. We witnessed that 2 weeks ago during that scare with the storm. And you had your entire staff through Johnny's department in Parks and Rec. It was like a convoy. They were out there. Thank you for allowing that to happen. Really, thank you. Because, yes, go ahead, give it, yeah. I've got a lot of calls, I'm sure my colleagues, that they were really amazed, they meaning people from other parts of this county, how Belle Glade came together to make sure they protect the folks of this community. And I know it sounds good, and I'm not saying it to make it sound good. I'm telling you from our heart, that means a lot to these residents when they know that there's a scare out there, that somebody care about them. That's important to know that. And each one of your staff knocked on those doors, and they wasn't doing it being mad. They were happy to know that they were there to help folks. So I want to say, again, thank you for your leadership, Mr. Driver. This was your first test, and you there, making sure you put it all together. Thank you. Ms. Peggy West, thank you. Boulay Washington, thank you. But I want to go to my commissioners with the city manager, and we talk about you guys all the time. Commissioner Reese, your leadership when it comes to finding ways and means to stimulate the economic growth in the city of Belle Glade and updating our policies and giving us that spiritual guidance. I want to say thank you. You signed up for it, and you really, really stand on your word. Thank you so much. Commissioner Marion, I want to say to you, I watch you. You don't even know I'm looking out there. I'm in my truck, me and Maxwell. She's out there, whether it's rain, whether it's hot, and y'all know we have some hot days, with her boots on, working to make sure she does the little things that most people don't talk about. She's painting the building, as indicated earlier, putting the flowers out there. Nobody asked her to do it. She's doing it for her heart to make sure that Belle Glade look nice. We want to thank you for that. And then Commissioner Collins, thank you. Substance abuse, homelessness is big in any community. But in our community, we want to make sure we stay on top of it. And you made a promissory note to us last year that if you became a commissioner, you were going to stay on top of that. And you've proven that to us in the last couple of months. And you only had that task for a couple of months. And yet you bringing people into our community and you're staying on top of it. Thank you so much for that. Thank you. Last but not least, I call him, you see what the haircut he got, so. He's a man of all. He really, our vice mayors go places. He represents, as indicated by the kids, he go out to the school. He represents us in many ways. He's a good communicator. Work hard, want to make sure we put the pieces together. And that's what makes us all strong. Because the little things that I can't get to or my colleagues can't get to, our vice mayor is willing to take. You can call him the last minute. Max will call him, and whatever, he'll drop whatever he's doing to make sure he go and be a part of this community. And so I'm saying to this audience, you witnessed tonight what's happening. You heard it from the sheriff. I call him the sheriff, Captain Payne. That when we do things to keep this community focused, it helps. It deters some of the crime. But it keeps our kids motivated that they don't have to go elsewhere to be a part of a stronger community. And so, from our desk to yours, from our living room to your living room, let's do your part, and we'll continue doing our part as a part of the city. Thank you, and God bless you all. This meeting is adjourned.